Chub AI is the platform people mention in the same breath as Janitor AI, the other big character card site known for permissiveness and a massive catalog. After spending real time with it, the verdict splits unusually cleanly. The library is one of the best resources in this entire space. The platform wrapped around it is one of the weakest. Which of those matters more to you decides whether this is worth your time, so let's get into it. Chub AI, also known as Chub Venus, is a character card repository with a chat platform attached in that order. Users upload, tag, and browse cards in the open format standard across this space, and any card can be chatted with right on the site, either on Chub's own hosted models with zero setup, or through your own models via an API key or open router. That in that order matters. Chub AI started as a card hub. The name is literally Character Hub, and it still behaves like one. The catalog is the actual product because the chat experience feels like the thing that got bolted on afterward. Sorry. Flexibility is real. Cards, lore books, presets, prompt level customization, they are all open. Where Character AI locks you into its own model and rules, this is much closer in spirit to Silly Tavern. It assumes you want control and just hands it to you. The model support is broad. Hosted in-house models for instant play, plus bring your own model through standard APIs or open router. Covering both ends of that spectrum is genuinely uncommon. Janitor AI does it too, but almost nobody else manages both. The card ecosystem is the real headline. Enormous, permissive catalog. Cards port cleanly to other platforms, and the community pushes the format further than most. A lot of the interesting characters here are actually full scenarios or multi-act plots wearing a character card as a container. If you play on Silly Tavern or Janitor AI, this is where the format's power users are building. So where it falls apart is that it's got no structure at all. You get a giant pile of cards, a list of models, and a settings page, and that's the whole experience. You get no onboarding, no path from I found a card to I'm having a good session, and nothing shapes play into more than raw chat. It's got a real lack of polish. The interface looks amateurish next to any mainstream competitor. It's got inconsistent layouts, flows that feel unfinished, and it's forgivable in an open source side project, but it's harder to forgive in something asking for a subscription. The hosted model quality is inconsistent. Sessions swing between fine and generally poor, depending on which model you land on and how it's configured. The floor is low, and the newcomer has zero way to know why their first conversation fell flat. It's just not intuitive. This is the rare hosted platform that's harder to use well than the power user tools it resembles. Silly Tavern is honest about being a cockpit, but this looks like a normal website. Then it quietly expects cockpit level configuration knowledge to actually get a good result. The comparison everyone actually wants to know about, it's Character AI, Chub AI versus Janitor AI. But Janitor AI simply executes better. It's got a more coherent experience, friendlier community surface, and not to mention, Janitor's weak spots have well-known workarounds at this point, and Chub's real advantage sits at the margins. It's got a slightly more open catalog, more inbuilt model routes, but as a destination to actually play on, Janitor wins comfortably. As a library to pull cards from, Chub holds its own against anyone. So who is this actually for? It's for card hunters. If you play on Silly Tavern or Janitor and want source material, this catalog is first rate, regardless of everything else in this review. Tinkerers who enjoy configuration for its own sake and don't need polish. Nobody looking for a first platform, a newcomer will have a better first week starting almost anywhere else. And I tested Chub, Janitor, and Character AIs. The exact same way, the exact same mix of single character and multi-character cards, chosen by the same rule, because that's the only way this comparison actually means something. Under that protocol, Chub AI came out lowest of the three consistently. Less roleplay depth, conversations that don't develop the way the same kind of session does on Janitor, lower prose quality, it censors somewhat less than Janitor, the only real thing it can claim, but Janitor's flexibility matters more often than the filter does. Finally, there's also why signature design scores of 1. Chub isn't attempting anything the other two aren't. It's the same product idea, just executed less well. One honest caveat worth naming: on all three of these card platforms, the card itself does a lot of the work, so different cards, different sessions, and I'm confident in the order because Janitor above Character above Chub is something I can stand behind, but I'm less confident that any single number out here is the last word on what the platform can do in someone else's hands with someone else's cards. So, as a verdict, Chub AI is a great warehouse and a poor storefront. The library and the flexibility around it are genuinely first rate, and as a resource, it's earned its place. And power users will keep mining it for worlds and for plot no matter what any review says. But as a platform, the thing you'd actually want to spend your evening inside, it's unstructured, unpolished, unintuitive, and it trails every direct competitor at the job it's normally selling. So, my overall Chub AI rating is 1.9 stars out of 5. Source your cards here, play them somewhere else. If you want a full written review, it's linked down below, along with a direct head-to-head against Janitor AI and against Silly Tavern if you're deciding where to actually spend the evening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.